Today, I wanted to help you rethink conventional wisdom on withdrawal order in retirement. Now, retirement withdrawals, they might be as outdated as flip phones and fax machines. Come to think of it, I had to use a fax machine today. Not easy. That's right. The conventional wisdom you've been fed about withdrawing from your accounts could be secretly siphoning money from your golden years. My name's Jonathan Peters, and today we're going to bust some myths that might just help you revolutionize your retirement strategy. Now, you've probably heard this 1,000 times. Withdraw from taxable accounts first, then tax deferred, and finally Roth. Sounds logical, right? Well, listen up, because we're about to turn that wisdom on its head. Conventional wisdom is not always the right path. So let's dive into some eye-opening reasons why this one-size-fits-all approach might be leaving money on the table for you. Now, let's look at the impact on tax brackets. Now, withdrawing from taxable accounts first can sometimes push you into a higher tax bracket when you start taking those larger distributions from your tax-deferred accounts. Now, I always say, be proactive. Know your numbers. Know the tax brackets. I'll say you have to be proactive and not reactive. So consider a more balanced approach. Now, withdraw a mix of taxable and tax-deferred funds, basically to manage your taxable income and stay within a lower tax bracket throughout retirement. Now, this strategy can help you avoid those significant tax hits in later years. So remember again, know your numbers and know where the tax brackets lie. Now, required minimum distributions, or RMDs, waiting too long to withdraw from these tax-deferred accounts can definitely lead into larger RMDs starting at age 73, now which easily could push you into a higher tax bracket. So think about taking distributions from your tax-deferred accounts earlier, even before RMDs are required. Now, this can help spread it out over your taxable income and manage your tax brackets more effectively. Now, we also have to take into consideration Social Security and taxation that comes along with it. Now, withdrawals from tax-deferred accounts can increase your taxable income, leading to higher taxes on your Social Security benefits, especially if you didn't realize there are taxes on Social Security. Now, but by strategically withdrawing from Roth accounts, which don't count towards your taxable income, you can potentially reduce the tax liability on your Social Security benefits. So these are things to consider. Now, what about Medicare premiums? Now, higher income levels can result in an increased Medicare Part B and D premiums due to the income-related monthly adjustment amount, which is called IRMA. Okay, so how do we circumvent that? Use Roth account withdrawals to manage your modified adjusted gross income and potentially avoid those higher Medicare premiums. Again, I'll repeatedly say this, know your numbers, okay? So think about also estate planning considerations. Roth IRAs are great, and they can be passed on to their heirs tax-free. Whereas, of course, inherited traditional IRAs will incur taxes when they are withdrawn. Okay, and they are constantly changing those different types of strategies. So you got to stay up on what the IRS is doing to those. So preserve those Roth accounts for your heirs to give them a tax-free inheritance if you so desire. This can be a significant benefit, especially if they are in a higher tax bracket than you. So think about the flexibility also that comes along with spending. Having funds in different types of accounts provides the flexibility to adapt your withdrawal strategy based on changes in these tax laws. So if you only have a traditional IRA, you're basically held by only what you can do there. But if you have, let's say, a tax-free account like a Roth, even an insurance policy gives you tax-free benefits, a 401k a IRA. Think about those things. Also, taxable money or money that has been taxed already. If you have multiple accounts, you have definitely more ideas, more situations that you can control your spending. Now, early retirement. Now, if you retire before age 59 and a half, withdrawing from your tax deferred accounts, I hope you understand, can incur a 10% penalty. So, unless you use specific exceptions. So, use taxable accounts. Consider Roth conversion ladders, which allow you to convert traditional IRA funds to a Roth IRA and then withdraw the converted amount penalty-free as long as you own the Roth account for 5 years. Now, Roth conversions are extremely popular today because of what might be on the political landscape in the future. So, converting traditional IRA funds to a Roth IRA can be a tax-efficient strategy, especially in years with lower income, but it requires paying taxes on the converted amount. So use a strategic Roth conversion plan to move funds from the tax deferred to a Roth account during those low income years. Now, this definitely can reduce your RMDs going forward. And it could be a small amount, a large amount, depending on what your numbers are, your tax bracket numbers. Now, tax diversification. Relying solely on one type of account definitely can expose you to legislative risk, as earlier spoken about, if tax laws change. So if you only have one account, like an IRA, you are basically relying solely on the type of laws that come about for that. So think about, while you can, be proactive and diversify your retirement savings across taxable, tax-deferred, and tax-free accounts to provide that flexibility that you deserve and protect against the changes in the tax policy that might be coming about. So there you have it. A few reasons to rethink the conventional wisdom and craft a withdrawal strategy as unique as your own fingerprint. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds complicated. How do I figure out what's right for me? Now, I hear you. All right. That's why I'm offering my free 5-day email crash course, The Secure Retirement Formula, to help you avoid these costly mistakes that could derail your retirement dreams.